Once upon a time, in a lush green meadow nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, there lived a curious little rabbit named Thistle. Thistle was no ordinary rabbit. He had a knack for finding things that others overlooked. Whether it was a shiny pebble, a forgotten acorn, or a hidden patch of clover, Thistle's keen eyes and quick paws always led him to treasures. But one day, he stumbled upon something far more extraordinary than anything he had ever found before. Setting, the edge of the forest, early morning. The sun casts golden light through the trees, and the air smells of autumn leaves. Thistle hopped along the forest's edge, his nose twitching as he sniffed the crisp morning air. Something caught his eye, a faint glint beneath a pile of moss. Curious, he dug into the moss with his paws, revealing a small, golden pocket watch. The watch was unlike anything he had ever seen. Its surface was engraved with tiny stars and moons, and it felt warm to the touch. Thistle pressed the button on its side, and the watch face sprang open. Instead of numbers, it had symbols: a tortoise, a hare, and an hourglass. As Thistle stared at the watch, the hands began to move. First slowly, then faster, then slower again. Suddenly, the world around him seemed to shift. The falling leaves slowed to a crawl, and a nearby butterfly froze mid-flight. This watch, it controls time. Thistle whispered, his eyes wide with wonder. Setting, the meadow, mid-morning. Oliver the tortoise is slowly making his way across the grass, his shell glinting in the sunlight. Thistle bounded over to Oliver, who was struggling to cross the meadow before the first frost. "Oliver," Thistle called. "I have something that can help you." He showed Oliver the watch and explained its magic. With a grin, Thistle turned the hands to the tortoise symbol. Time slowed around Oliver, giving him all the time he needed to reach his winter burrow. "Thank you, Thistle," Oliver said, his voice filled with gratitude. "You've saved me." Setting, a sunny patch of the meadow, where a family of field mice is busy gathering seeds and nuts. Thistle approached the field mice, who were racing against the setting sun to gather enough food for winter. "Don't worry," Thistle said. "I can give you more time." He turned the watch hands to the hare symbol, and time sped up for the mice. The sun seemed to hang in the sky, giving them extra hours to collect their harvest. The mice cheered for Thistle, calling him their hero. Setting, Thistle's burrow, evening. The watch lies on a bed of soft moss, its golden surface now slightly dull. Thistle examined the watch, noticing that its engravings were fading and its warmth was fading. He felt a pang of worry but pushed it aside. "It's still working," he told himself. "I can't stop helping my friends." Setting, the meadow, during a fierce storm. Rain pours down, and thunder rumbles in the distance. Ophelia the owl flew to Thistle's burrow, her feathers soaked and her eyes wide with panic. "Thistle, please. My eggs are about to hatch, but the storm is too fierce. Can you slow down time until it passes?" Thistle hesitated, looking at the watch. It felt heavier than ever, and its hands were stuttering. But he couldn't refuse Ophelia. He turned the hands to the tortoise symbol. At first, it worked. The rain slowed to a drizzle, and the wind quieted. But then, with a loud crack, the watch face shattered. The hands stopped moving, and the world froze. Setting, the meadow, completely still. Raindrops hang in the air, and Ophelia is frozen mid-flight. Thistle's heart raced as he realized what had happened. Time had stopped completely. He knew he had to fix the watch, no matter the cost. The forest, early morning. Thistle sets off with the broken watch in a pouch around his neck. Thistle consulted Bramble the badger, who told him about the Star Weaver and Clock Tower Mountain. With a determined nod, Thistle set off on his journey. A rushing river, with a fallen log spanning its width, Thistle balanced carefully on the log, his paws slipping on the wet bark. Below him, the river roared. He took a deep breath and made it to the other side, his heart pounding. A dense part of the forest, where a sly fox lurks, the fox tried to steal Thistle's pouch, but Thistle outsmarted him by leading him into a thorny bush. "Not so clever now, are you?" Thistle said with a smirk. Steep cliffs leading to Clock Tower Mountain. Thistle's paws are sore, but he presses on. With the help of a kind hedgehog, Thistle climbed the cliffs, his determination never wavering. The top of Clock Tower Mountain, in a shimmering glass tower, the Star Weaver repaired the watch but placed it high in the tower. "Time is not meant to be held," she said. "It is meant to be lived." The meadow, where time has resumed its natural flow, Thistle returned to his friends, who welcomed him with joy. Though they missed the magic of the watch, they understood the importance of living in the present. And so, dear reader, the tale of Thistle and the magical timepiece comes to a close. But remember, like Thistle, we must cherish every moment, for time is the most precious gift of all. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Until next time, may your days be filled with wonder and joy.